Okay, welcome to a match that I completely forgot about because these guys forgot to record their first game. I was told Zennith won a nail biter. It was a very good game all around, but there's no video proof. Here we have Teutons for Shorty versus Incas for Zennith. Number 8 versus number 9. I don't know how the rankings would be if I did them today. The rankings were based off of their unrated ELO from weeks ago. Shorty hasn't really played much over the last couple weeks. He's been playing other games. Been getting kind of bored with the Age of Empires scene. Alright, so Teutons. What do we like about Teutons? Teutons have a full Siege Workshop minus the Siege Ram. They get Siege Engineers, Siege Onager, Bombard Cannons. Teutonic Knights are entirely beastly and absolutely nothing that Incas can make except for Scorpions can take out a Teutonic Knight. What do we like about Incas? Incas have better housing. They get 10 population space per house, so they can boom faster with less space required. Their Eagle Warriors are pretty strong, but if the Teuton player makes Teutonic Knights or Champions, it's useless to make Eagles. We're going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to see each player going for probably 18 or so villagers. Although sometimes Shorty likes to do a 40 villager fast imp strat. Personally, I don't like that strategy, but to each their own. Look, Zennith has 35 pop space, and he built 3 houses. Shorty's built 3 houses, and he's got 20 pop space, so Inca houses are OP. Zennith 18 villagers on his way to the next age. Shorty 17 villagers on his way to the next age. They will get there about the same time. So we'll see who builds their market faster. Looks like Shorty built it faster. Although Shorty hasn't sold yet. So Zennith got first sale. Zennith builds a couple more villagers before he's going to click up Imp or Castle Age. Shorty has 20 villagers to Castle Age, and Zennith's going to have 22. Once again, their Castle Age times will be really close. Shorty's going to beat Zennith there by, 30 game seconds. Shorty's going to build 1 town center. Zennith hits Castle Age, he's going to build 1 town center. Each player should be getting their eco upgrades, double bit, bow saw, wheelbarrow, hand cart. If I were either of these players, I would have put up 2 town centers. I would have deleted that market for house space. I would have deleted that mill for a house. I would delete this lumber camp to put a town center there. Or at least move the lumber camp up and build 2 or 3 farms. He built it one more over, he could have built 3 farms as soon as that tree was dead. I'd put a lumber camp here. Oh, that works. I would have had my second town center up, or my third town center up faster. Shorty now has his third town center up as well. Zennith got himself housed, despite having Inca houses. How does one do that? I don't know. So if you delete this house, you have room to build 2 houses. Either way, you have a lot of options for houses if you're Incas. So Shorty has a villager lead by 5. Shorty puts up a 4th town center in Castle Age. Most people won't build a town center that late. They will opt to build their siege workshop and monastery and get themselves Imperial Age faster. This is a really late imp time for either player. I think the latest imp times we saw for the rest of the matches was like 23 minutes. They've already hit 23 minutes. And they haven't even started the research. There we go. First research of imp starting 2340. Shorty also on his way to imp. He's got 5 town centers and 100 pop space. Versus 3 town centers and 115 pop space. So Shorty has the Vil lead. But I would say Zennith has the Eco lead. Neither of them have Onager yet. There we go. Zennith just got Onager at 25 minutes. Shorty should be getting his Onagers out hopefully soon. He's still housed. He needs to build houses. He's creating an Onager. He already has the research done. He just didn't have the pop space to build one. So Inca castles. What do you get from your castle? You get Kamyuks, which are really good versus cavalry. I think it might be the best unit versus cavalry because they have a huge bonus. Not to mention they have extra range, so they're like halberdiers on crack. But they do cost gold. Halberdiers do not cost gold, which is why a lot of people who play the nothing maps choose to go with halberdiers. Because if you put all halberdiers, you can use the rest of your gold for your siege. And normally, siege is what will win you these games. If you're Huns, you don't rely on siege, you rely on mobility, sniping siege, and getting into their eco. I wonder if we're going to see some Teutonic Knights this game. I love seeing Teutonic Knights. Teutonic Knights, very strong. Will counter basically anything Zennith can make. You need archers or scorpions to kill. They do get arbalests. I know this because I'm looking it up. There we go, yeah. Incas have a full blacksmith with the exception of the cavalry defense upgrade. Because they don't get stable, so why would they need that? Shorty looks like he's on his way to start attacking. Got a couple barracks up. Needs to start building more houses. Got a siege onager upgrade. Now he needs a university. University, get him that +1 range. I can't really think of many situations where Teutons should lose to Incas in this sort of a match. Unless the Inca player can run a bunch of Eagles past, kill the entire eco of the Teuton player. Even so, Zennith has expanded more, which gives him more opportunity to build production buildings. Shorty's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barracks versus 5 barracks, 4 archery ranges, so they can see each other. Zennith is going to take out the outpost, and the fighting is going to commence at 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Elite Teutonic Knights versus Halberdiers. +2 castles that do not have crenellations. What's the Inca player doing? He's running his Halberdiers past the military because he knows he can't fight it, and he's going to attack villagers. Because if he can take out the eco, he can win. Without taking out the eco, he's not going to have much of a chance. He needs to have some scorpions to protect his economy. Now, oh, I forgot about slingers. Slingers are anti-infantry, and they're really strong. Okay, so the Elite Teutonic Knights versus slingers, not a good fight. You're going to want to bring up your siege onagers to take out the slingers. And you're not going to want to make a bunch of Teutonic Knights as long as there's slingers on the field. Looks like Shorty's cleared up the back, but he's got 4 siege onagers just doing nothing. Get your siege onagers up to the fight. Take out the slingers. Yeah, look at those slingers just take out those Teutonic Knights like they're nothing. Champions in front, slingers in back. Siege onagers are sitting there doing nothing. Not a whole lot of production buildings for the red side. Now we're getting some siege rams out. Honestly, I would take those slingers and push them like right here. Still no crenellations. Or does he have? No crenellations. Or yeah, he has crenellations. That's all he has. Look at those slingers just wreck those champions coming in. He's got to be careful his onagers don't take out his own slingers. Shorty, where are your onagers? Are you going for a sneak attack? $250 is the max pop. Zennith has a ton of extra wood that he can sell for gold. But if he had a couple siege onagers behind this, he could take out those slingers and he could push. Why do you have all of your siege onagers in the back? Not doing anything, not cutting, doing nothing. Get your siege onagers up here, cut more production buildings, make more siege workshops, make more onagers, fight. Three, 4 siege onager shots to take out all of those slingers and enable you to push. Or, I mean, your Teutons. You get really good paladins. Send like 5 paladins straight into his economy, and you will stunt his growth. You will stunt his ability to be able to build military. He only has 30 farms. Take out half of them and he's dead. Looks like he's going for a sneak attack. But if you can't hold the first gap, you're not going to be able to actually sneak attack. Still doesn't see it yet. And he's most likely focused up here. So you're connecting, but you don't have any military here to push in with. Now you've attacked him. He knows you're there. You're losing houses to trebuchets. You're losing town centers. You needed this like 10, 15 minutes ago. Teutons don't get light cav, so he's sending scout cav. He's got a good number of houses, but he needs siege onagers to kill the slingers. If you can kill the slingers, you can push back, because your champions are stronger. Like if he was allowed to have a coach in his ear, I would be yelling at him, not having siege onagers out on the field. Sell all of your wood. Build siege onagers. Well, it's too late now, because they're past your defensive buildings. Zennith still doesn't even know he's being raided. Look, he's sending all of his champions, all of his military forward through the first path. He doesn't even know. So if he had sent a couple paladins sooner, there we go. Now he realizes he's being attacked in the back. But I think it's too little too late. Shorty's base is surely going to die. But can he kill Zennith's base? He took out half of Zennith's farmers, but he still has a reserve of 16,000. So I don't think the slingers will cost him much gold. Or food. Good game called. So that's game 2. Shorty lost both games, and Zennith moves on to the round of 8. He will be my opponent, and it should be some good games.